back from the dead.
Hey guys, FrozenNexus here. Today I'm going to be talking about the M44 versus the M1A and which is the best sniper in the game, which there really is no definitive answer to, but I'm just going to talk about it and let you guys know my thoughts and give you which one I personally think is best. Starting off with the classic M44 carabine, or carbine, however you pronounce it, it's just a difference of dialects. I unfortunately don't have the custom. I do have a picture of a custom M44 that my friend got as a drop, which I'll put on the screen right now. But if you look at his firearms, he kind of got shafted with that drop. Like, it's nowhere near as good as mine, and he has a higher firearms level than me. He's more of a glass cannon than I am. Regardless, the classic M44 carbine, it does a extreme amount of damage per shot, 61.4k DPS, or damage, sorry, not DPS. The DPS is 84,000, but that's a bullshit number. The DPS number means literally nothing in the division. Anyway, 61.4k base damage is absurd. Like, I've never seen that high of a base damage on really anything, and if any of you have guns that top that, I'd actually really like to see it, because, you know, I want to see if anyone's going to hit 100k base damage, which I don't think is possible, but still, be really cool if someone did. Regardless, my thoughts on this gun are that it does a lot of damage for a short rate of fire. It's more or less just the pop out of cover, shoot once, pop back into cover gun. You can't really keep your heads, poked out too long because you can't fire as many shots as you can with an M1A in that period of time. Even though with an M1A you still gotta wait for the crosshair to come back to the center, I still feel like it is a bit shorter time to fire than with the bolt action on the M44. That is probably just a placebo effect for me, but that's just how I see it. And overall, the amount of damage it does really does make up for the RPM. You can really one-shot a lot of superior enemies, you can take out elites in like 2 shots. As you can see in this footage that I have in the background, it's really a great sniper overall. For Dark Zone purposes, I didn't really use it in PvP. I would say that it'd be a great sniper for PvP because it'd probably be like 2 or 3 shots to the head as a kill. But at the same time, you could probably get a M1A that is 3 or 4 shots to the head to kill, and you could probably make the time to kill probably the exact same. Now, obviously, that's just speculation. You guys could probably just yell at me in the comments about how that's wrong. But personally, I find that I could probably kill someone with an M1A just as quickly as I could with an M44. And that's just me, So, now, I'm going to move on to the M1A, and I'm going to show you the one I have right here. Which I obviously don't have all the mods on. I have to just switch the muzzle brake real quick. And as you can see, it does a 51.5k base damage, but the RPM is much higher. Now, if you notice, the accuracy is a little bit lower, but everything else is much higher. And that really, really does make a difference in the gun. The reload speed on the M44 is quite slow. On the classic M1A, it's not bad, but it's not good either. The range is also increased, which doesn't really make any sense to me because they're both shooting the same caliber, so I figure they should have the same range, but that's the game. And stability is really, really increased, which with the marksman rifle doesn't matter anyway. You just line up the crosshair with their head, and there you go. The accuracy does kind of matter because that's the time it takes for the crosshairs to come back to the center so you can make an accurate shot. Now, this gun is really, really good. If you want my personal opinion, I find the M1A much better than the M44, and I have both a classic M1A and M44, but looking at the custom M44 from my friend, I would just say that, if you got a first wave M1A, you would fucking destroy with that. It's probably the best gun in the game, really. Well, not really best gun, best sniper in the game, because we all know that the Vector, AUG, and MP5 are way, way overpowered in the current game state, with, SMGs being the main thing of the game. This gun will still kill most enemies in 1 to 2 shots, superior enemies. Elite enemies, maybe 2 to 3, and like I said, in the Dark Zone, probably 3 to 4, depending on the player's health. And overall, I find this gun much better than the M44 because, like I previously said, with the M44, the bolt action, it makes me feel like when I stick my head out of cover, I can only shoot once, and then I gotta wait, which gives the enemies this great period of time where they can keep shooting me. With the M1A, at a minimum, if I'm taking a lot of shots, I can just shoot back, probably not as accurately, but there's still a chance I'll hit the head and stun him, or just hit him in general, which will force him to go behind cover. So I definitely would prefer the M1A over the M44. That's an opinion. I'm not basing this on the talents on the guns at all, because that's completely left up to RNG, and that greatly affects the gun's damage and things like that. You know, so don't think this is a guide really on which talents are best. My M1A has a talent that does 55% more damage on the last bullet, and my classic M44 has a crit chance increased by 12.5% while at full health. The other two talents on both of them I don't have unlocked, because being a glass cannon build, you don't really get them, but regardless, they're kind of useless. If you get brutal, or I can't remember the other name of the one, but brutal is probably the one you really want to go for, because it increases headshot damage by anywhere between 22 and 25%. So on a marksman rifle, that's fantastic, and try and look out for that on any marksman rifle you find. But overall, I would say the M1A is personally my favorite sniper, probably better than the M44, just because of the ability to spam, even though it is a less base damaged gun. But with the ability to spam, as well as the bigger magazine, I feel like it can make up for all the things that the M44 has, or damage-wise. So that's just my opinion, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Let me know what guns you have and how much damage they do. Because like I said, if someone has a sniper that does the base 100k damage, I'd really like to see a picture of that, because that'd be fucking awesome. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.
Back from the dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're all invited to go fucking mental on this motherfucking drop. The countdown has just begun. Are you ready? Let's go.
Now we're back from the dead.